Hello, Sam-ariffic science fans! Sorry I couldn't post last week, but I needed a week off to reset the schedule after this month's book ramble came out a little late. But as promised at the end of last week's video, today we'll be talking about an animal that has been growing quite popular, but at Christmas I learned my Nana has never heard of before. Sam-ariffic science fans, today we're gonna unfold the world of Axolotls. An axolotl is a type of salamander largely known for its external gills. What is interesting about them is that most salamander larvae have these, but after they become adults, they lose them. Axolotls aren't the only species to keep them, though. Olms, mud puppies, and siren species, among others, all keep this trait. Why? Because they live almost their whole lives underwater. Most young salamanders are underwater as juveniles, then surface as adults, keeping to moist places, but no longer needing gills. Yes, you read that right. Limb regeneration. Axolotls aren't exactly social creatures. If another axolotl gets too close for comfort, the disturbed axolotl may bite off its legs or gills. These will be regrown in about a month. But how? Well, it's a very complex process where the cells near the damaged site lose their identity to form a blastoma, which is built to rebuild limbs perfectly guided by nerve signals and signaling molecules. They don't even have a scar afterwards. Human scientists want to study this as well as other animals with limb regeneration, hoping that they can one day give humans the ability, which may help a lot of people, and a lot of people would love to have this ability. Already in this video, we've learned axolotls are a lot of things, but one thing they aren't is picky eaters. They'll eat worms, insect larvae, and even small fish, among other things. As larvae, they eat small protein-rich things like pieces of earthworms. To hunt, they mainly use a suction method, rapidly opening its mouth and using a structure in its throat to inhale its prey and the surrounding water. So, a lot of the reason that axolotls are getting so popular is because they're so cute. And I mean, come on, they are. But in the wild, most axolotls aren't actually pink. They're brown. Domestic axolotls have actually been bred from a small group of wild axolotls that are pink due to a genetic mutation. This mutation makes it hard for their bodies to generate enough color pigments. Additionally, some are bred from axolotls with another genetic mutation called albino. This means they're fully white except for their eyes, which are red. Unfortunately, the status of an axolotl is critically endangered, and that isn't surprising when you think about their wild habitats. Of course, they can be domesticated, but in the wild, they're native to a specific lake complex in Mexico called Lake Xochimilco. However, they have also historically lived in Lake Charlo. To make matters worse, their one home is an extremely delicate ecosystem and is quite polluted. It's right in Mexico City and is a popular tourist destination, offering boat rides, floating gardens, maraca music, floating food vendors, and lively parties. The lake is protected as both a historical and biological site. However, protection efforts are also challenging due to pollution, invasive species, and urbanization. Anyway, that's about all for this video, Sam-ariffic science fans. Stay tuned for next week's episode when we talk about alien communication. I hope you enjoyed, and thank you for watching.